tutorial of how to solve a Rubik's Cube. So in this video I will be teaching you how to complete the second layer of this method, the beginner's method, layer by layer method. You will have to learn at least one algorithm for this. It's not very hard to memorize, pretty simple if you just do it over and over again. And so yeah, let's get right into this. So at this point, if you've seen the other two parts of the series, then you should have the white completely solved and all the edges around it solved as well on the correct side with the correct centerpiece. So it should look something like this. Now, at this point, you should have nothing else. Yellow isn't solved, there's a bunch of scrambled pieces, up, down. So, what do we do? Okay. Well, in this case, what we're going to do next is you need to find pieces that go in the second layer. 4 middle pieces have to go in this layer. So, look for pieces that do not have yellow on it. So, center pieces, that is. So, like this piece, it doesn't go down here in any of those slots. That piece doesn't. Both of those do. That one shouldn't be there, and that one shouldn't be there. Okay. So now, locate a centerpiece that doesn't have yellow on it. Preferably the top layer. If you have none of the top layer, we'll get to that later. So, you have found, in this case, mine is a blue-red piece. Okay. So this piece needs to go right here. So it's blue-red. So it completes this whole side. So when you put it in, it'll look like that. Okay, so obviously we can't just move down because then that moves everything out of whack. So there are two cases that can happen here. Either it'll be like this, where it needs to move down to the right when lined up, or if this was red and this was blue, then it needs to move down to the left. So this is the first case. In this case, this blue-red piece needs to move down and to the right. So what you do is you line up the front color of this piece. So if this was red, we line it up with red. If it's blue, so we're going to line it up with blue. Okay? And this needs to move down and to the right. So right here. So, get our paper. In this case, let's see if it'll catch this. I don't think you can see that. I'll put an annotation on the video for the algorithms. But the algorithm is, this will move this piece here and keep this all the same, and the white the same. It is U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, front prime, U, front. There it goes. That's put in, and now this whole area is solved. That's moving it down to the right. There should be an annotation there somewhere that has the algorithm, probably along the top of the screen, actually. That's where they'll be. Okay, so you put that piece in. Great. Let's find another piece. Hopefully the other way. Okay, here we go. Green, orange. Okay, so again, you line these center colors up. In this case, it doesn't need to move to the right because green is to the left. So now you have to use this other algorithm that moves this down and to the left. So you line these up. Green needs to go there, orange needs to be here. And then you do this algorithm. U prime, L prime, U, L, U, front, U prime, and F prime. And there you go. It put this centerpiece in with the corner, and it's all solved. Okay? So now we have 2 left. In this case, they're both down here. See, there's one here that doesn't have yellow, and there's one here that doesn't have yellow. These are the only 2 left. So, a lot of people get stuck here because they don't know what to do. So you have to execute this algorithm, one of the algorithms. You just gonna have to do it twice. So let's do the one where you have to switch it. We're gonna put this piece in, and that'll put this piece back here. I'll show you what I mean. So we go ahead and do it. U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, front prime, U, front. So now put this piece in, but we don't really care about this piece because that knocked this piece out. So here's the piece that we just knocked out. It was in here backwards because this was green-red and we needed it to be red-green. So you just put a random piece in, doesn't matter, and it'll knock the piece out, and it'll be on the upper layer. So now you just need to locate the piece, and in this case, the algorithm, we need to use the algorithm that moves it down and to the right. So you line these up and execute the algorithm. U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, front prime, U, front. There we go. Boom. That one's solved. So now you got the beginning of these two layers. Okay? And we see that this piece is also switched, so it needs to be flipped. So this is orange and that's blue. So again, we have to do what we just did for the other piece. And in some cases, when you start off doing this, you might have all four of the pieces in wrong, and you just got to do this for all the pieces. So go ahead and execute. Put any random middle in, doesn't matter which one. U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, front prime, U, front. So I put in this random piece, we don't care. We need to look for this piece, orange, blue. Line up the front two colors, and this needs to move down to the right, so we do the same algorithm. U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, front prime, U, front. And there we go, that one's solved. And by doing that, we have solved both layers now. Okay? So let me just scramble this back up. See here. One second. Okay. So here we go. So you got all white, and you got your layer done, and so now you need to put in these center pieces. Okay. So go ahead and locate one. Remember, they don't have any yellow on them. So here's one, green, red. Okay. So you line up the front color, so this is green, so you line it up with the center. And it needs to move, that's orange, so it needs to go here, because this is red. So the red-green needs to move down and to the left. And again, I'll put the algorithm above it. We use U prime, L prime, U, L, U, front, U prime, F, and it put that in. Okay, should be getting the hang of this. Still confused. You just got to keep practicing. So line up the front colors. It needs to move down and to the left. So we use the same one: U prime, L prime, U, L, U, F, U prime, F prime. There it is. Puts it in. Beautiful. Let's find another one. Oh, green, orange. So this one needs to move to the right. So now you got to do the other one. U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, front prime, U, R, front. That puts it in. And we have one more, which is right here, blue, orange. This needs to move down and to the left. It needs to go like this. So we use the one that moves it to the left. So U prime, L prime, U, L, U, F, U prime, F prime. And there you go. You have the whole middle layer solved. Okay. So let's go ahead and scramble this one more time. Well, it's not a scramble, but let's see. Again, this isn't too hard once you get the hang of it, but until you memorize these, it gets really annoying sometimes. So let's go ahead and do this one more time. Do it kind of fast. You've probably heard me say the algorithms enough now. I'm not going to say them anymore. Again, they'll be in the description in case you've forgotten. So here's one. This is a green, orange. So green's here and orange is here, so it needs to move down to the right. So we do this algorithm. There we go, and that's put in. Let's find another one. Green, red. Again, this needs to move to the right, so we do the same algorithm we just did. There we go, put it in. Let's see, we have a blue, red right here. This needs to move down to the right, so you're going to do the same thing. And now only one left, which is right here, which is orange blue, and this also needs to move down to the right. So we do that same algorithm again, and your middle two layers are solved. So once you get the hang of it, it's really easy to do. Again, you can't see these algorithms that I wrote down, so they'll be in the description, and I put them on the screen, hopefully. And so yeah, so that is the whole second layer done. You just need to know those two algorithms so you can understand if it needs to move down to the left or down to the right. Not too difficult. And yeah, so that's going to be it for this video. There's not much left to explain there. Just practice. You need to practice it so much. It'll get so boring sometimes, but you just got to keep practicing until, you know, it becomes natural. And so yeah, anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll just solve this real fast. Yeah, so there it is, that's solved. And we'll continue on to the next video on how to solve Rubik's Cube. So again, this has been the third part on how to put in the second layer when solving it. And thank you guys for watching, and I'm out. See you later.